Coming to the resources that I used, my primary material was the material that I got from my coaching institute because it had a syllabus wise breakdown of all the major topics. But this again in 2018 I exclusively referred to this resource and the current affairs, but in 2020 I added my own personalized notes to it, which I felt have tremendously worked in my favor and has enriched my answer writing. So I used to supplement the topics that are there in the class notes or the coaching material, and I used to add notes from IGNOU, especially the BA and MA material of IGNOU Sociology, NCERT material, current affairs, especially the editorials. You might find some articles written by the major thinkers, mainly for the paper 2. So such kind of information that you get, that was supplemented along with the basic material that I used from the coaching institute. Then another website which I have used very extensively is thoughtco.in, which again I don't know if it's very popular with the aspirants or not, but I found this website very useful. Every sociology topic I would Google. For example, if I wanted to know about phenomenology, I would say phenomenology Thoughtco, and I would get a very well written article on phenomenology, and it would be like exactly what you need to write an answer on phenomenology. So this is one website that I used very frequently. Coming to other resources that I used, for paper 1 I refer to Haralambos Orange book. I didn't read it cover to cover. There are certain topics that are very well explained in Haralambos. For example, the stratification systems, poverty, etc. So for this I refer to Haralambos. And for paper 2, I read a book on contemporary India by MEERA Chandok. Again, it's not very syllabus related or something, but it gave a lot of perspectives, and it has a lot of articles that are written by very eminent sociologists. So that was very useful for me. So these are two external resources that I use other than my coaching material, my personalized note, and IGNOU materials, IGNOU BA and MA materials. So this was my major resources. Along with this, I used to make sociology topic related notes out of newspapers. Any article that I saw, I used to link it with the syllabus, and I used to make a separate note out of it for sociology other than my current affairs notes. I think it's very important that you have your own notes for your optional because it helps you in two different ways. One thing is that for every topic you might have some 2 or 3 pointers which are very exclusive to you and which you can use in your answer writing. For example, if you have a topic of industrialization or urbanization, you have your own notes for it. Any question related to it, you can use the same thinkers or the same perspectives, and you can write your answers. Again, when you have your own notes of the whole syllabus keywords, it helps you in the week between your GS4 paper and your optional paper. Nowadays, the examination pattern is such that you have 5 days which you can use very well to revise all the topics in sociology. So having your own set of notes will help you do this revision very quickly and very precisely. So it's very important to have your own set of notes. Coming to the topics that I found difficult, sociology in general is very easy to understand and comprehend, but the problem with sociology is that you have to bring in a lot of thinker perspectives and a lot of theories. So again, especially because I am coming from a science background, I didn't have a grasp of how to write the answers or how to bring in thinkers and theories to every answer. So this was a challenge that I faced throughout the paper initially, but once I got a hang of it, it was resolved and I didn't face that difficulty anymore. Another topic that I faced a bit difficulty was in paper 2. There are some topics such as planning, urbanization, etc., for which it's not that easy to find sociological thinkers or relevant perspectives. So I had to struggle a bit to get materials for it. But other than that, in general, it was it's very easy to comprehend and very easy to learn for anybody. Why one should choose sociology as optional? Again, I would say every optional has its own set of advantages and disadvantages. Even sociology has it. The major advantage of sociology is that again, we are not aiming just to clear this examination. We are all aiming to work in the society. So if you are aware of the social conditions, the issues in society and the major challenges that are lying ahead of you, I think it will really help you once you get into the service. That is the primary advantage. The second advantage is in an examination perspective. Sociology is traditionally a good scoring paper. You will not get a very low mark. You might not also get a very high mark that you get in typical science or language literature papers, but you will get a decent score in sociology, and the syllabus is very concise, so you can study it and revise it in some 4 to 5 months. And again, another advantage of sociology is that it helps you with the other papers. As I said, in GS1 we have exclusive Indian society as a topic, and it will also add value to your ethics answers, your essay, and even in your interview. If you have sociology as optional, a lot of social issues are already covered through your syllabus itself. So that is another advantage. Disadvantage of sociology, I wouldn't say this is a disadvantage, but one challenge, again as I said, was to bring in thinkers and theories. Especially paper 2 of sociology is very dynamic. So this year also all the major hot topics, for example the farm bills, the national education policy, the labor code, etc., everything was asked in paper 2, and when it's a very dynamic paper, it's very difficult to bring in the thinkers, or it's very difficult to connect it to syllabus and write an answer if you have not practiced answer writing. So this is again a challenge of sociology. Another problem that you might face is that you will not score a very high mark. For example, something that you might score in mathematics or physics, such high scores I have not seen anybody getting, but again you can't say, again, if you have written your answers well, you might even score well, but yeah, these are some issues that you might face when you have taken sociology as your optional. Again, another advantage that I forgot to mention is that because it's a very popular optional and it's taken by a lot of people, you will have a lot of resources and a lot of people that you can seek out to understand the process of how to do sociology.